Hello, welcome to Cake That's YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Jester Hops. They're a really unique kind of hop. They've been marketed as a British grown American style hop, so very tropical and a lot of citrus fruit flavours. However, I have found in my experiences that this is not the case. And when I first started using this hop a few years ago, I was kind of disappointed. Like, I was expecting perhaps a Simcoe replacement, and it really isn't. I tried some commercial versions of single hop Jester, and again, it just doesn't taste of this sort of citrus stone fruit bomb that I was expecting. However, it's still a very good hop in its own right, and it's been very interesting coming back to it now, understanding that it's not a sort of, I guess, C-type hop. It's not going to be a Citra replacement or something like that. However, it's still really good. It's still got its own unique flavor profile, and it's still good in certain things. So I've made this beer here. It did have more head to it, but it's been sitting around for a bit and the head has dissipated. Regular viewers will remember that the last video was a video on how to do a Partaguile, and this was the second beer from the Partaguile. So that one was supposed to be a best bitter, and what the recipe is for the grain bill, it will make some more sense if perhaps I give percentages as opposed to actual amounts, because of course this grain bill was split between 3 beers, so it was around 77% Maris Otter, about 16% Pilsner, about 4% dextrin, about 2% extra light crystal malt, and pretty much trace amounts of Munich and Cara Gold. The hop addition, it was just Jester for both bittering and flavour, and there was 15 grams of bittering, 20 grams went in at 15 minutes, 20 grams went in at 5 minutes, and then 45 grams went in at flame out. I didn't dry hop just because it was getting very confusing doing 3 batches at once. Yeah, it was then fermented at Skara, and it spent some time in like 33-degree fermentation chamber temperature, but it also spent some time not in as I was rotating the fermenters. So let's see how this has come out. So yeah, as I mentioned in the last video where I spoke about this beer a small bit, it has haze to it, and that's from the Kvike. I find Kvike doesn't really flocculate too well, but as I say, I'm really not that bothered by it. The aroma. So I'm getting a bit of resinous aroma, some honey, and some blackberry, and perhaps some other kind of berry. Can't quite put my finger on it. But also in terms of malts, I'm getting crackers and also getting some spice and herb. And I would say it's all about a medium intensity. It's not like this overpowering aroma, but it's not necessarily subtle either. There is quite a woody and earthy flavour that comes through. There is I guess a citrus bitterness to the beer, which then gives way to a sort of bready, malty flavour. The hop characteristic is quite earthy and woody. There is a small amount of blackberry there. So in terms of the hops, the hop characteristic is far more on the sort of woody and earthy side and far more British flavour. There are some subtleties of berries coming through. This beer on the whole, those hoppy flavours are balanced really nicely with a sort of bready, crackery malt flavour, and there is also quite a punchy bitterness to it. So this isn't a New World hop by any means, I would say. But if you're making a best bitter and you want something different, this is really good. This is something different. It's still very much in style with English hops, but it does have those blackberry flavours, those berry flavours, which don't necessarily come out so much in other English hops. This would go really well in a best bitter, which is what this beer is. and I think it also go really well in an English IPA or a stout or those kinds of old world styles. I would say pick up some Jester and experiment around. Thank you for watching this video. We would really like to hear how your experience with Jester has gone, or if you have any questions about this, please do comment below. And remember to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.